Welcome back to I Pretend to Be Transgender in order to facilitate lesbian dating with woke left LGBTQAI plus ABCDEFG, the Batman symbol, activists, so that I can get more sex as a misogynist. A show from the void. By the Gregorian calendar, it is currently the 10th day in the 5th month, the month of May, in the year of the Lord 2023. We're on our way now to Albany's rural cemetery for an official Tinder date. I'm not really sure what I'm looking for from this date. I think literally nothing, and I think that's why it's so safe to talk about and just go do, because there's no stakes, there's no pressure, and frankly, they're not my type. They're not my type. It's just that even if they threw themselves at me sexually, or romantically, which I guess are the connotations of meeting on Tinder, even if that was the case, and it hasn't so far illustrated itself to be in the 3 or 4 weeks we've been talking. We haven't talked that much. We haven't been inseparable and love at first sight. We've had a bit of a buzz going, but it hasn't been flirtatious. And I think that's because I've actually been the one to put up walls, because again, not really my type. And actually the precluding factor for being my type is not so much physicality. It's it's children. It's 2 children, 5 and 7, I think. That's I don't actually know if that's the right age. That just seems like the type of age that I just don't want anything to do with kids. So I was very clear with them from the very onset. I don't want to be in your children's lives. I especially don't want responsibility. I am not a step anything, least of all a stepfather or mother or step person to be non-binary inclusive to myself. And that's been fine with them, because they're not creepy. They're not money hungry or desperate. I think that they're just someone who just had sex with a man twice, at least twice, enough to have children, and then realized that their marriage was failing, and then got divorced, and then started dating women, and then realized that they like dating women, and then now they are, I honestly believe that they're just interested in what I'm saying, because you're watching my show, would you want to go on a date with me? You'd have to be fucking crazy to say no. Or married, I guess, serialized monogamous relationship, where the serial is just one date again and again with the same person perpetually forever. And listen, if that's your shtick, if that's your deal, that's fine. So I don't really know what their deal is when it comes to E&M or poly stuff. I will ask. I'm not really super keen to get in anybody's pants ever. I think they may even be more ace than I am, and I'm not really ace. I'm actually kind of the opposite. It's funny, I'm, how do I describe this? I'm I'm weird, dude. I'm not demisexual. I'm a slut. I will literally have fucking sex with anything. Unless it's fat, then I don't really want to have sex with it. But too fat, I'll have sex with a little bit fat. But there's a dead skunk on the side of the road, I'm not gonna have sex with that. But if it's hot, attractive, and has a hole that I can stick my dick in, and it wants me, I might do it. But realistically these days, that's not what sex looks like for me. So I don't even know what my own paradigm standards are anymore. Everything has been really different since the last couple years. I've just been chemically castrating myself. So now I still have the same boundaries. I'll literally, I have male boundaries. Listen to the way I talk. I'm 100%, again, this is the truth. I'm 100% a cis man with gynecomastia breast growth, because I take hormones, because I think it's funny to pretend to be transgender in order to infiltrate LGBTQ places and safe spaces, so that I can facilitate sexual relationships with self-identifying lesbian cisgender females. That's it. That's the whole shebang. That's what I'm doing with my life in order to get laid. So I'm a slut. This is on some real shit. I'm actually I will show my tits to anybody. I love it, because why wouldn't I? I never was indoctrinated with what they call chest shame. I never had that body dysphoria attached to me through stigma or bullying. It just doesn't occur to me that these could be anything more than just fun to show off. And my face is too ugly to be want to see my hot face? If my chin is scuffed. Even if I had facial surgery, on my chin, my brow is scuffed. So I can't, I don't have this like pretty little dainty face to show off, but I do have boobies, and they're pretty nice, you know. Like someone was like, those are like a 15-year-old girls, they're so perky, and I was like, I understand that you're a cis female, but it's still problematic that you're saying that to me. Don't infantilize me as a predator, right? Like I was gonna make a different joke, but then I decided against it. But yeah, like it's a first date. Like on a first date, like unironically, historically, I have had one night stands and flings, etc. But I was 19. Like nowadays, what that looks like for me is very different. And I think what it looks like is I have very different like body performance standards. Like I would, if they were interested, and I'm not suggesting that they are or that this is my agenda. It's actually not my prerogative whatsoever. But if they asked me and they showed interest and they were like, I want to physically watch you with my eyeballs for my fetish and kink and satisfaction, I want to watch you pee and jerk off, I'd be like, okay. Like I'm a slut. Like I'm an exhibitionist. Like I'll take my clothing off just for the hell of it. But I'm not necessarily in the mood to get touched, because, and that gets into some of the autistic stim stuff, where like I don't want to be, first of all, perceived. But if I am going to be perceived, I don't necessarily want to be perceived by touch. And if I am going to be perceived by touch, I'm not even sure that I can necessarily handle it all the time. A lot of the time, I just straight up can't handle it. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll smoke meth together, you know, do psychedelics and, like, start kidnapping people and go on the run and, like, rob a bank or two and, like, hijack a plane and, like, hack into the government databases to, like, clear our names and, like, print out new passports and, like, move to Bali or maybe somewhere better than Bali. But, you know, I mean, assuming that we don't do all that, I think it's going to be a very average, you know, meeting where I talk about where I've been, where I'm coming from, what my philosophy is, and I just kind of figure out what they are. I think that they are way, way more what they call normative or normie than I am. Sorry, I had to back my car up because the person in front of me is blocking the way. Sorry, I got distracted. Anyways, we'll be right back after this. Thanks for joining.
Sewer dwellers, or they can they got to go through and fight the biker gangs, and so they choose biker gangs.
Yeah.
Birding.
Yeah. What's today? May 11th, 2023?
Yeah.
Today's May 11th, 2023. Tivoli Park.
You're not allowed to be like non-politically correct in the world.
Yeah.
There's no restaurants anymore. Everything's just Taco Bell.
What?
Yeah, Taco Bell won the franchise wars.
Oh my god.
So like every restaurant's a Taco Bell now, and
this is a Wesley Snipes movie?
yeah, Wesley Snipes and Sylvester Stallone, Sandra Bullock, Rob Schneider's in it.
Fuck? Is it a comedy?
Yeah. There's comedy. It's a comedy, action comedy.
Oh my god. Yeah, maybe I'll have to watch that.
It's pretty serious. So
What the hell is this thing? It's like old
the railroad ties.
Old railroad, yeah. It's just, I guess it's a sculpture.
Yeah, well, there was something on it. It had a, but no,
Yeah.
it's different than that. I just took 2 creative writing courses. One was about.
That's cool.
One, I did a course on plotting.
Plotting? Like plotting a story, yeah.
Yep, and then I took another on metafiction, which was pretty cool. That's basically fiction that when you write a story that's self-aware.
Uh-huh.
So like a story that it kind of admits that it's a story within the story, and then they play with that. So that's kind of neat, but that's kind of an advanced thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the movie Stranger Than Fiction. You ever see that?
Nope.
Well, it's basically just like a self-aware story, like a movie that knows it's a movie, or a story that knows it's a story.
They like look at the camera or something, or?
No, kind of. It's like, you know, the idea of they call it a unreliable narrator.
Yeah.
So because Jordan was an unreliable narrator, that's why you're able to have scenes.
You're seeing it like through his view, yeah.
Right.
I don't know what the fuck these flowers are. I thought these were yellow rocket crests, but now I'm confused. Because this one's a different color, and I've never seen it do that. I can't say the name of it because it will get me demonetized, but it's rape. R-A-P-E.
So, rapeseed oil
What
is
the
used in a lot of things.
I gotta say, I would never have guessed that this was rape.
So the seeds from this plant, it has massive industrial uses.
Industrial?
Well, like for different foods and things like that, rapeseed oil's in like so much stuff. You wouldn't.
Did they call it rapeseed or did they rename it to something else?
It's rapeseed oil.
That's
they call it
crazy.
rapeseed oil.
Rape.
Rapeseed oil.
Rape. This one is yellow rocket cress for sure. And then
you can ask a girl, hey, you want some rape?
I will. So I'll bring her here.
You hand her a bouquet of that.
Yep. I'll bring her here. I'll say, you want to see the rape? Trying to.
Weird. Cracker Barrel. Extra.
Not to fall too behind with my vlog, but yo, my vlog is actually getting kind of fucking good to the point where like people are starting to kind of watch it, at least locally, because I've been doing the goth night stuff.
Yeah.
And like I do pretty good editing. It's not great, like it's not professional or anything, but
by the way,
pretty fun. Who? I don't know who that is.
That girl, trans person we hung out with.
Oh, the pothead?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's funny.
She told me to tell you she said hi.
Aw.
She's hanging out. I asked her if she wanted to hang out sometime.
Yeah.
She's hanging out with a playmate.
Sounds pretty gay.
Yeah.
Fucking thing wouldn't let me record quick enough, so there'll be another one later on. Should I flash the train? You want to know why I'm not going to do it? Because 4 years ago, a couple of people had cell phones.
Yeah.
Now everyone has cell phones. Yeah, even the boomers. They're already recording in a way that we didn't have omnipotent and omnipresent panopticon vision over everyone.
Oh, I know where this is.
Why? What is?
Where we are.
Oh yeah, we're at the park.
No, I've taken that Amtrak before.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
We all ready? Ticks, like from the giant ass fucking beetle looking bug with the pincers. Yeah. I had one get stuck in me and I couldn't for the fucking life of me get it out. Its little mandible's probably still in me. Like its head's not and its body's broke off, so I'm probably not gonna get Lyme. That's not really the concern. But I literally could not get that last little bit out, dude. I tried first my fingernails, that just didn't work. So then I tried tweezers, that just didn't work. So then I tried a pin, like a sterilized pin, that didn't work. So then I switched over to a hypodermic needle. That didn't work. So I went to a smaller hypodermic needle, and that, by the time I was there, I was like, this is self-surgery. It's not working, and it sucks.
Well, did you have a red ring around the bite?
No, that takes a while to develop, and I already got it off.
Okay. Well, if a tick isn't on you for
24
hours, ooh,
yeah.
Let me see.
It's infected. It's infected because I dug at it, not because it just looks like that.
You gotta clean that better.
Well, it was gonna get infected no matter what, even if it was clean. Like it really would have. Like it was like as much as I could do, short of like sterilize. I probably should have put a bandage over it, right. But like I just like didn't. This time I'm ready.
You got it.
This time I'm fucking ready. Let's go. Let's go. Hi. Hey. Maybe someone's got me live on TikTok. You know. That's why I need to get a I don't know. Where? What?
It's about a deer, and the deer's walking one day, and he looks at its legs, and he's like, "Man, my legs are so bony and they're unattractive. I wish I, had more beautiful legs, like my beautiful antlers, and had this big rack of antlers, right?" And then a fucking bobcat comes out and attacks the deer, and the deer starts running off. And as it's running off, he's able to escape. But when he gets to like a more...
So this is Trifolium pratense. And you hear trifolium, but this is a four-leafed one. So this is a four-leaf clover. This is purple clover, Trifolium pratense. And then over here we have what I assume to be its clone, but there's definitely some sort of like, I don't know what type of mutation. Like these ones are prone to mutation, but check this one out. This is kind of cool. And at first I thought it was just a fused one, but it's not. It's actually just a 6-leaf clover. And then next to it is another 4-leaf clover. So there's some form of like weird mutation that's going on in this patch, which caught my eye. Here's another one that you can see, another clone of it.
Cool.
Yeah, and then the rest of them are just like the normal like trifoliums, 3 leaves. I like that bird.
What, the call?
Yeah. Oh my God.